Happy Saturday, you guys. Okay, you've seen the title of this video. And although we have officially actually started 2024, we're gonna go with this figuratively and not literally. I plan to empower myself, and I'm going to get rid of some plants. Some of them are dead, so no loss there, but some of them are not. So yeah. So in today's video, I am going to do a walkthrough, and I am going to get rid of all of the plants that are no longer giving me joy, right? It has not been an easy decision, okay? They are not doing well in my home. I'm not doing a good job taking care of them. They are not thriving here. And so today we're gonna set them free. All right, so let's walk through. Most of the time you guys see me from one aspect of the room, but today we are going to visit other places in my home that have my plants. But let's go start there first. Okay, so you guys know that I have had a love-hate relationship with this orchid. She was doing okay, and then she wasn't doing okay, and then I said, okay. And this is me, how I get rid of plants. Typically what I do is I will either put them in that back room, or they end up mysteriously dying. Well, I left her off to the side. I didn't water her that much, and she grew even more leaves. But the moment I watered her, this one turned yellow. I'm over it. I think a part of me doing this process is not because I want to be cruel to plants. It's because I just want to empower myself and not have this hanging over my head any longer. She is not doing well, and so she gotta go. That's plant number one. I don't have any more in here that aren't doing well. This one is on the short list. She's doing okay, but in reality, I'm just waiting for one pest to be on her and she is out. So I don't know if that's fair to her or not, but she's doing okay. She actually has a baby coming, so I'm gonna keep watering her and seeing how she does. But the first one to go was the orchid. She just had to go. My sterling is not doing fantastic. But I have a plan for her. If the plan doesn't work out, then she's gonna be the next one to go. All right, we have another one over here. I'm pretty sure that some of you are gonna be really disappointed about this, but this one is doing fantastic. This one, on the other hand, not so much. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. And we can walk in the plant room because this is the last one on this outside. So I'm not really sure what my deal is with philodendron, but I don't do well with philodendron. I really don't. If you saw how she looked when I first got her, she was absolutely gorgeous, but she just looks sad. And every time I water it, I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna find spider mites. Something is gonna be wrong with this thing. She has some areas that are really good, but as you know, and so this is where the theme comes in. I had propagation after propagation of these philodendron and brought them back from the brink of death, only for them to die a slow, dry death in this plant room. That's one. Look at this. Look, all of this is the same philodendron. I have tried on several occasions to keep this thing alive. And she wants no part of being here with me. None whatsoever. Like, these are not just the Brazil. This is, so look, not just the Brazil, but I'm not even saving the cups. I'm done. I'm done. Now, so yep, she gotta go. I'm keeping the pot. I think. Okay, let me show you even more evidence. This is the neon philodendron. Same deal. Just doesn't want to be here. All these are micans, so more vine and philodendron. They don't want to be here. My Matilde decided that it didn't want to be here either. Before I let her go all the way, I decided to cut her. So I have propagations from this, and I have more in another cup as well. So this is a clear indication. When I really want that plant, even if it's dying and not doing well, I propagate and I find a way to keep it alive. I propagated that Brazil, and even the propagations are dying. I'm over it. I promise you. I'm over it. So she's gone. This was a cute little succulent. Not living its best life. This one is on the way. She running for president. She is on the way. But I'm gonna give her one more shot because she literally is growing a little bit. She's growing a lot of bit. I probably need to repot it, so she's actually doing okay. I'm trying to think, what were the other ones? So although this isn't, chipper content, it feels necessary to me. So if you are enjoying this content, make sure you give this video a like, hit that subscribe button so you can join our community. Our community is fantastic. We are supportive and loving, and hopefully you will see in the chat that even though this is not the most giddy and fun video, that it's about empowering ourselves and taking back our autonomy and making sure that the things in your life are bringing you joy. We have enough things that we can't control that bring us stress. So why not control the things that bring us joy in our lives? So hopefully you are enjoying this video. Like I said, if you are, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video out. Okay, so let's get back into it. These are my, These are my string of turtles. I actually really do love this plant, but this plant requires me to have it in this container, and I can't have the plant out. It's apparently, now it's doing beautifully, right? But it requires a level of humidity that I can't keep up with, apparently. So the plant has to be in a cage or a case just for me to keep it in my house. And between this, the string of turtles, and the string of, I think this is the string of spades, both the same. Now they were doing really well, growing really nicely. And because they were in this little container, I forgot to water them because I don't see them. They're in this container and they're sort of locked away. And what happened? I underwatered them one time. And of course, when you underwater these things, what do? They die. And so she's flowering, actually. There's a flower right here. This is the most growth I've gotten on this, and this was a propagation attempt. So I wrapped the plant around the top, and it rooted and did all of this. So she's growing beautifully, but I don't want to keep up with this. I don't want to have a plant inside of some sort of container. If I had to grow this like in a propagation box, I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I want no parts of this. So I'm throwing it out. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, this is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Same with this. She's growing, and I'm so excited that she's growing. The leaves have gotten way bigger than she ever did. I mean, when I first got her, the leaves were like micro small. She's growing. She's doing all the things, but like I said, I have to grow it in there in order for me to grow it, and I don't need that in my life. Same with the string of pearls, or was string of pearls. Same thing, same deal. She was doing good until she wasn't, and then she just started dying off. I'm not even keeping the pots. This is how over it I am. I have another propagation that ran out of water, so nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, folks. But some good news. I'm not throwing this away, by the way. I got a bloom, actually. Look at that. Now, if you remember this plant, I had 2 blooms on her before and went to put her on the plant shelf and scraped the blooms and damaged them. So I took them off, and she's grown another one. I'm so excited. I don't smell anything yet. They're not open, but I'm enjoying them. Okay, herein lies my dilemma, because I actually have one more Brazil. This is how many times I have tried to keep this plant alive. I have one more Brazil who I literally just underwatered just recently. So she's now, having her conniption, which I don't blame her, because I missed the watering. And so she now has that I can't stand you look. Like, she just looks depleted. I'm going to give it one more shot. This will be the only Brazil that I have. And so I'm going to give this one more shot, but the other ones I had to let go. Every time I came in here and saw those plants looking sad like that, it just, it did something to me. So I'm this close to getting rid of the spider plant. I love that spider plant, but baby, she is she's making me feel some kind of way. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, so of course this was harder than I thought it was going to be. However, I think it's going to be a good thing. I do have another plant that is struggling, and that is my Chelsea. And once again, I'm going to cut her and propagate her, because I don't want her to die. I want to save her. And for whatever reason, when I water her, she is not really pulling up water. I'm noticing that this is like the 2nd or 3rd Hoya that has done the same thing. It's like all of a sudden their roots just stop working or something. And so I'm going to cut, propagate her, and repot her, which I was going to do anyway. She was one of the ones that didn't get repotted this year. So I was going to do it anyway, but I was putting it off because I hadn't found the right pot for her. So I'm going to do that. But let's walk this outside, and let's talk a bit about what this means for me. So let's take this outside. So this is sort of me empowering myself to choose me, even over the unpopular things. Like, I'm pretty sure there, even if I had watched somebody else do this video, I would have been like, oh my God, you could have gave those plants to somebody, right? Somebody would have wanted those plants. And it's true. Maybe someone would have wanted these plants. Maybe someone else would have taken these plants off my hands. There have been so many times that I was going to do that with the plants and didn't have the courage or nerve to do it. So even though this might be a bit extreme, it's actually the necessary thing for me to do, because if I didn't, it wasn't going to get done. I would have kept those plants and kept caring for those plants because I was too in my feelings about getting rid of them. At the end of the day, you have to be courageous enough to move past all the norms and all the things that people say you're supposed to be doing, right? In order to, I need to wash my hands. I don't know what it is about going outside, but I feel like when I get back, I need to wash my hands. Plus, I did just go outside in the trash can. Matter of fact, let me do this in the bathroom. So, let me catch my breath first. So, yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think it's real easy to go with the status quo and what we've been told that we're supposed to do. And it's much harder to look and say, hey, is this really what I really want? Is this serving me well? I really feel like my hands was dirty. Good Lord. So yeah, I could have probably given those plants away. Or I could have lied and told you that I did give them away. But the point of me sharing this video was because I wanted to do this a couple of weeks ago. The plants, most of these plants were no more dead than they were then. Actually, one of them was actually more alive then. But I couldn't bring myself to do even the act, much less sharing the act. The reason I'm sharing it is because I know there could be somebody else out there who won't throw the plant away because it's still alive, but yet you're killing it. You're not taking care of it. It's not bringing you joy. And look, at the end of the day, life is going to life, right? And I know this is first world problems. Oh, she wants to throw her plant away and she's devastated by it. And it's not so much that it's the plant, right? In real life, these things, what's happening with my plants is what's happening in my life overall, right? I just watched a video by Stephanie Perry. I think it's called Burn That Cape or something to that effect. I'm a link that video. Please, if you are not aware of who Stephanie Perry is or her message or the videos that what she talks about in her videos, you have got to watch those videos. Like, she literally talked about letting go of some of these constructs that we feel like we have to carry on as Black women. Our whole, save a community, save a job, save a family, all these things, all of these pressures that we put on ourselves, that some of them are self-inflicted, but a lot of them are from conditioning, right? And although this video is not deep, right? Because we talk about plants over here, but I'm here to tell you that those same constructs, that same propaganda, that same pressure, it trickles down into all areas of our lives. And it's trickled down into my plants. I'm literally holding on to plants because it's like, oh, it's not right to get rid of this living thing. At the end of the day, I'm still killing it. Let it go. It's not that serious. Let it go. But on a lighter note, because I do feel a little more empowered, I will say, and I'm umming a lot today, which is not normal, but And the reason I think I'm umming a lot is because I do feel some kind of way about getting rid of the plants. But when I think about it, I do feel better. I do. I do feel better. I feel better knowing that I chose my peace. I chose my joy over holding on to something that wasn't doing me right or wasn't serving me. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the plant. I have plenty of easy plants that I don't have an easy time with. Okay, you saw that. I know plenty of people who grow philodendrons and they grow beautifully in their home. And I have enough beautiful plants in my home where I'm not hurting, right, to take care of beautiful plants. So it's not as though I have an issue with taking care of beautiful plants or even taking care of any plants. But some of them just don't serve me well. Now, what I really want you to do is take a look at those pictures that are on the wall. Those are my diamond paintings. So I did a video right after Thanksgiving, and I shared with you one of the crafts that me and my girls did. Me, my girls, and my grandsons, by the way, did over the Thanksgiving holiday. And I came home, I fell in love with diamond painting, and I took to it like a fish in water. I had so much fun with it. So this was the one that I did in the video. And like I said, I'll link the video. This one I did after that video, and it went by so quick that I was like, oh, I didn't video any of that. But, you know, in reality, you guys weren't really watching that video. I think you come here for the plant love, and I get it. I see you. I see you. But I mean, who wouldn't love a picture with plants in it? So it is a diamond painting. And what I'll probably do is I'll add in a picture of an up close version of it so you can see it in its beauty. Oh, it is so pretty. I did frame them. I kind of feel like I want to add a little bit more matting to it. But I really am enjoying them. I think they look good, right? Right? So this is a craft that was not expensive that I then put up on my wall. Girl, that's a win-win, right? That's a win-win-win. Okay, so yeah, although this video wasn't fun, it wasn't fun. And I'm pretty sure that some people are going to be triggered by what I did, and I understand. And if you decide to choose you and to leave this community, I will be sad to see you go. But I respect that. Choose you, and choose your happiness. Choose your joy, choose your peace. I'm not mad at that at all. Matter of fact, I am proud and I am happy for you that you are doing that. So, and that's really sincere. This is not me being facetious. So yeah, I understand this is going to be a trigger for some people, but in reality, I'm choosing me. Life has lifed enough in my life, and I'm choosing my peace and my joy. I'm at this point in my life where I just want to choose my peace and my joy. So I chose that, and I did that with my plants. Now, of course, I'm doing that with other parts of my life as well, but here we talk about the plant stuff. So like I said, if you have not checked out Stephanie Perry, go check her out. I love her channel. In my next video, I want to talk about my wish list plants, because I do have wish list plants, even though I just got rid of some plants. Don't judge me. Don't do it. But I have wish list plants and I have goals for my plants. So I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about some of the other things that I'm doing in my wellness practice. Because this, even though not quite really popular, maybe even triggering, was a part of my wellness practice. This is me taking control of my joy, right? Okay. All right. So if no one else has said it to you today, have a great day. Bye. What? Okay.